Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be jumping into some TikToks that you gentlemen have sent into the show. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
Well, this is why you shouldn't trust everything you see on the internet, because as soon as I take this off, I turn into an entirely different person.
Where's my treat? I've been a very brave little girl.
I'll be damned.
Guys, the idea that you as a man should go out here and pay for dates and do all these wonderful, fantastic things for women who are seeing several different men at the same time is laughable. Right, you got all these ladies out here thinking that they're deserving of the world, and that what makes me strong and independent is the fact that I demand things of men because I know my worth. It absolutely amazes me to see the amount of men out here willing to give up things, buy girls things, do whatever the hell they want them to do, when these girls just straight up aren't worth it. We talk a lot about, how women will choose to date and how men are choosing to date and not date in 2021. And one thing I wanted to say on the subject is this, guys. A lot of women who are out there dating, they are not dating one man at a time. One man, excuse me. They're dating multiple dudes. It surprises a lot of guys in relationships to learn that their girlfriend has Bumble or has Tinder or something like that. Women will never truly close their options, guys. And up until the point you are exclusive, she was probably seeing a dude at some point in that recent week, right? I've literally seen girls, man, who up until they get in an exclusive relationship, and I mean like up until, as in during that day, she will see other dudes. Okay, and these guys that get into the relationship with the girl, they're often excited, like, oh, I finally got a girl that I like, and you see these guys have a genuine happiness, right? But you know for a fact that the girl was literally seeing a dude earlier that day or yesterday night. It's just ridiculous, man. Looking at dating in 2021 is such a joke because TikTok especially has really allowed us to see, as men, what the hell is actually going on. And boys, it ain't pretty. Okay, but what is going on, gentlemen? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going through some of the stories that you gentlemen have sent in, as well as talking about a couple of the TikToks. So if you guys have things to send into the show, make sure you send them to mrfiend11@gmail.com. And without further ado, guys, we're just going to be jumping into today's first Reddit stories here. So let's have a look at this one. And again, thank you for sending these in, guys. So this one is titled, "My 25-year-old female girlfriend of 8 years left me last month but lied about her reasons. I'm pretty gutted writing this. Last night I discovered that my girlfriend, who I have been with since an early age, had been cheating on me since June. We split up mid-August, I thought amicably, since we both agreed that the relationship had run its course and we'd be better off as friends. But she's been having a full-blown relationship with her co-worker who is beneath her in rank. I confronted her last night over the phone and she wouldn't admit it. She didn't even apologize. All she said is, 'I wasn't happy. It's none of your business.' I then confronted the guy. I sent him an email basically saying, 'Hey, I'm this guy and I don't know if you know who I am, but the last 2 months or so I was dating and living with my girlfriend and I thought you should know.' Right. He replied with the most condescending email that I've ever seen. Is this supposed to change something? Is this supposed to make you feel better about yourself? Listen, man, I know you're hurting. I know what it's like, but this isn't going to help you in life. I understand and don't blame your anger towards her, towards me, and towards anyone. Trust me, I do, but you need to fix yourself, man. I know you dislike her, you dislike me, you probably even dislike yourself. At this point, I know you're in a bad mindset and I don't blame you, but you're too grown to act like this. I've been somewhat in your position to feel nothing but anger, and I know that it's what it's like to feel alone as well. If you really want to fix yourself, don't go out there trying to hurt others, especially not her, no matter how angry you are with her. Because because I know you probably still care for her. You wanting to be upset is not going to do anything but affect yourself. Don't do that to yourself. There's a lot more to come in life. Let yourself be happy. So I am at a crossroads. I honestly don't want to talk to her or even have anything to do with her again. But I feel so humiliated and disrespected that I feel like I should call their manager to let him know what's going on. Any advice or suggestions? I know seeking revenge isn't the best route, but this almost feels like justice. Guys, when we talk about situations on this show where people screw around and, maybe you as a guy get screwed over and your wife does something questionable or whatever the case may be, the last thing that you want to do is get emotional. Okay, because the thing is, these people feed off of that, guys. I mean, we talked a little while ago on a previous episode about the fact that a guy was looking at, writing a letter about how frustrated he was and how he felt about this and that, guys. And it's like, you don't go out seeking revenge when girls do this kind of stuff, man. All right. Hopefully these videos help you so you can see these things coming. Right, because a lot of guys, when they get into relationships, they don't understand that this is the kind of crap that women will do. Now, not every woman's going to cheat on you, obviously, guys, but it's important to recognize the signs. A lot of relationships are over way before they actually end, and dudes don't actually know when the relationship has ended. They're with wives and stuff like that, and I'm just going to be straight up honest to you guys. Marriage is an absolute joke for men, and what I will say is this. Women who are in marriages, you would be surprised how many of them just don't give a crap about marriage. Like, a lot of girls who are married are out there seeing some dude on the side, or they have some sort of fling going. It's not as if they're just, sitting happily in marriages, gentlemen. A lot of these women don't give a crap about marriage. Okay, and it's just an insurance policy for them so they can keep a guy around to provide for them and do whatever the case may be. I mean, on yesterday's episode, I believe it was, guys, we looked at a Reddit post where the woman literally didn't want to leave her relationship just because the guy, she didn't have a car and he was paying for some things, so it would be an inconvenience to her. We've gotten to the point in 2021, gentlemen, where people look at relationships as though it's kind of like one of two things, right? It's like it's a fast food thing for women so that they can go out and have their fun and, everyone just has their fun and walks away within 10 minutes, right? And it's just this fast thing that's done and dusted and then you're on looking to the next thing. Or it's something where women look at dating as some sort of insurance policy. Like, what can I get a man to do? This is why when you look at girls who are dating and they get to 30 and they get older and stuff like that, they'll go through the epiphany phase where they'll start to realize, hey, wait a minute, I can't bank on my looks for the rest of the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to do what I should have been doing all along, which was demanding some commitment up front, But the thing is, they're getting to 30 and then they're expecting all these men to do things when the past, 100 men who have been with them haven't had to do anything. And now they're coming along saying, you know what, you need to buy me dinner, you need to buy me breakfast, you need to do all these sorts of things. And the question is, why the hell would you as a man want to do that? Right? It's not as if they had these boundaries before for the previous whole bunch of men that they've been seeing. And it's just very interesting to watch it because it'll happen like clockwork, guys. Right, you can see this stuff coming from a mile away where women hit the 27 mark, they hit the 28 mark, and they start going, oh, well, now is my time to demand some respect, right? And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But let's jump back in to the Reddit story momentarily, guys, and make sure to leave your comments and your thoughts as we continue through. So, continuing onwards. Edit. She started dating this guy back in June while we were still living together and actively dating. We split week before Labor Day and she moved out the following week. In the following week, she would reach out to me to have dinner or grab a coffee, asking if I could lend her money or asking if I could eventually pay her back for whatever she chose not to take from our apartment. What occurred yesterday was I found through her email, which was logged into my laptop, shame on me for being nosy, was a love letter to her new boyfriend from the 8th to the 15th. Calling him her soulmate, and how the 2 months together felt like 2 years. Gentlemen, whenever girls try and reach out to you after relationships end or whatever the case may be, just go full no contact. Don't talk to girls who reach out after the fact. And because here's what girls will do, right? The relationship will end, and then they'll try and pull this card of, how about we continue to be friends? Right? How about we continue to talk to each other? I still want to be friends for you. That's code for, I still want the benefits of being a girlfriend without actually being your girlfriend. That's what that is, guys. Is, oh, I like you, how about let's be friends, you know, let's continue to chat to each other so I can continue to probably get your resources, your validation, your attention, and crap like that. It has nothing to do with actually being friends, right? It has very little to do with being friends. It's ridiculous, man. But moving on very quickly, guys, into today's next story. And again, thank you for sending these in, gentlemen. So this one is titled, I'm a 31-year-old male. Wife who's 28 of 4 years cheated on me with a co-worker and is genuinely sorry. Should I forgive her? No. My wife and I have been together for 7 years, married for 4. We have a great marriage and 2 children, a 3-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy. We were each other's one and only bedroom fun partner. Last week, she ended up going home with a co-worker on Friday night, lying and saying it was a work function. Specifically, she texted me around 7:30 that a work function suddenly came up and she has to go. I was a bit frustrated since we planned to watch a movie at home and she cancelled without notice, but I saw no reason to mistrust her. She said that she would be back by 9:30 and I was okay with that. Then she ends up coming back at 11:30 in hysterics. She's crying and mumbling and admits that she got with her co-worker. Lots of anger and crying on my end, and we spent the whole night discussing it. She said that her co-worker, a younger guy who had been flirting with her for weeks very persistently, she did not tell me about this. Her reasoning was that it would make her, that it would have never have led to anything anyway, and showered her with compliments, finally broke down her barriers and they had bedroom fun at his place 3 times in 2 hours. She said she felt like she missed out on something by being with only one partner. So did I, but I didn't cheat and wasn't thinking rationally. She said that she got caught up in the moment for weeks, it seems, and she never planned to cheat on me. She said being treated like a desirable woman by a young, handsome guy only clouded her thinking further. I'm not so sure what she means by this since we have plenty of bedroom fun at least 3 times a week, as well as frequent date nights. All this language of, oh, he provided something that you couldn't, there was like this gap in a relationship and you needed to pay me more attention, anything that goes along the lines of, you need to pay me more attention and it was your fault that I cheated or whatever, I was missing something, it's all just justification for the fact that she did cheat, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of language that will be used by women of, well, it's your fault this way because I didn't feel like you were providing in this way. He made me feel desirable. You didn't make me feel desirable. Guys, all that language, all that talk is just, they're just trying to justify why they cheat. You see, it doesn't actually matter what the hell they say. Why the hell would the words even matter, man? The woman cheated. It always amazes me to see, and this is something I feel like we bring up every day on the show, man, is the fact that dudes want to fix crap that has no business being fixed. If I can get anything across to you guys in the show is the fact that please don't be going out here trying to waste your time fixing stuff that has no business being fixed. I mean, you think that this girl would stick around and try and fix anything? Bro, she's literally with another dude during the relationship, and you know, men are out here thinking that, okay, well, I need to change my behavior and I need to do this and that. No, the only thing you need to do is walk away. Right? It has nothing to do with anything to do with fixing or investing more or providing more. See, this is the trap that girls will set for men, which is to say that, okay, the reason why I stepped out of our relationship was because you as a man didn't provide enough. And that's the reasoning that's going to be given to you. And the problem is, if you as a man believe that, then you're screwed for life. Okay, because you're going to carry that into your next relationship and the next one and the next one. And you're going to think to yourself, okay, well, in order to, you know, make my future relationships better so that she doesn't cheat, what I'm going to have to do is show her how desirable she is to me right off the bat. Guys, have you ever tried to do that, right? Women hate it when men try and invest up front. show her how much, oh, you know, she's just swept me off my feet and all this kind of crap. Girls hate it. They don't chase men who are just straight up interested in them. Like, unless he's like a very attractive dude, guys. It's like women don't chase validation that's freely given to them. Women are addicted to the validation that they can't get all the time. Right? The validation that they've actually got to do something to earn. We've got dudes out here trying to date women, right? By saying, oh, you're beautiful, you're so attractive, you know, sending messages to their inbox and all this kind of crap. And what happens, guys, is that these women get messages like that all of the damn time. You're not the only guy that's hitting up her inbox saying that she's beautiful and that she's attractive or anything like that. And it all goes to women's head as well, guys. It's just unreal. You would not believe the amount of messages that some of these women get. Let's continue onwards. I asked her to show me her phone, email, and media right there, and there's no sign of him at all. They never spoke outside of work. I thought she might be lying and covering her tracks, but I verified this in the following days and contacted my service provider and used a text recovery program, and they never had any contact outside of work. My wife is saying that it was a one-time mistake and it will never happen again. She decided to quit work, handed in her notice already, and also outed the co-worker due to the no fraternization policy and is searching for another job. She also promised to give me complete open access to all of her media whenever I want and is pretty much begging me not to leave her. She has apologized and shed more tears than can be counted in numbers. I wanted to stay away from her for a while, but my kids need me, so I told her to give me my space in the house while I think things through. That's the other just absolutely stunning thing about this, right? Is the fact that this woman did this and they have kids, right? So that will reflect on the rest of the kids' lives. Like, this has driven something into the relationship that, truth be told, guys, can't be mended. Okay, and if, you know, the consequence of which is if this guy has any self-respect, he's going to split up with her. And now the kids are going to have split visitations with their parents, which sucks for the kids. So she put her kids behind a random dude, is what she did. She chose a random dude who showered her with compliments over her own kids, guys. I mean, if that's not sad, I don't know what is, right? But let's continue onwards. Blah, blah, blah. She apologized and shed tears and all that kind of thing. She wants to do couples counseling and therapy and wants to pay for it herself so as not to burden me. She's taking full blame for the cheating and assures me that I did not contribute to it at all. I never thought I would be the type to consider forgiving cheating. I always thought I would steel myself and go no contact without a second's hesitation. I'm trying to determine the pros and cons of this. Pros. She confessed immediately and with full honesty, answering all of my questions truthfully. She's quitting her job and completely separating from this guy. She's giving me full access to her media. She's taking full blame and responsibility for cheating. She is genuinely remorseful. I know this for a fact. She's using her own disposable income to pay for counseling and therapy. Let's talk about that for a moment. Counseling and therapy. What that typically involves for men, guys, is the fact that you're going to be given what are essentially more chores, right? It's going to be looked at as though, oh, well, here's what she did wrong in the relationship, maybe, but here's the things that you need to do as a man to ensure that your woman is loved and that she doesn't step outside the relationship. Dude, screw that. Okay, just, it's so amazing to see how women will do these terrible actions, and then in couples therapy and stuff like that, all of it will kind of get laid at the foot of the man, right? When couples go to this sort of stuff, maybe they're having bedroom intimacy issues or whatever the case may be, a lot of times when they go, the guy will walk away and he'll be handed a chore list, and it'll be something to the effect of, okay, well, in order to get more bedroom fun, you need to show her how much you care and you need to do these things. And ironically enough, that just makes it harder because she loses more attraction for you. It's so counterproductive, it's actually insane. Because couples therapy is counterproductive to a man's self-respect, is what it is. Let's continue. Cons. She cheated on me. We have kids, damn it, and she actually cheated. She lied to me about this work function BS. She deliberately texted me a lie to cover for her going with this coworker. She admits that the bedroom fun was fun and she enjoyed it immensely. She never told me about the flirting, even though it went on for weeks. She wasn't intoxicated. She willingly and intentionally did the action. This one hurts a lot since she decided to forsake our family just for a few hours with a coworker. Trust will take a very, very long time to rebuild, if at all. I don't know if I want to invest years into trying to repair what might be fundamentally broken. And lastly, I fear her cheating may have permanently destroyed any potential intimacy. Just seeing her or thinking of her, conjuring images of this, would be impossible not to think of such things during our time together. And actually, this is the last point, which is I have lost a huge amount of respect for her. I doubt I have any left. Our marriage and children apparently meant so little to her that she chose this guy's bedroom fun over her. Also, all it took to throw away all notions of fidelity and loyalty were a few weeks of flirting and compliments. I thought my wife had a modicum of self-control and dignity, but it appears I am wrong about this. What do I do, kids? I try to work through this, try to work through this or just say F it and move on. For the latter, I can be a vengeful Chillingsworth-like bastard, so I probably would pretend to forgive her while secretly making moves to get a favorable divorce settlement for myself. Attaboy. It's probably just fantasy, but I'll be damned if I don't try my hardest to not get screwed out of everything I worked so hard to achieve the last 10 years. And isn't it amazing, guys, right, that he has to even bring that up? Like, oh my, I'm just going to give my eyes a rub here, gentlemen. I'm quite tired. I'm going to go to bed after this video, but that's something, right? That's something. The fact that the wife cheated, okay, she was the one that did the terrible action, and he's sitting here contemplating the fact that if I go through divorce, I need to protect my assets. Hell, everything that she owns, if she owns anything, should be yours, my guy. That's how disgusting the court system is right now, by the way, for men, is the fact that this guy got cheated on and he still has to be concerned about getting concerned about divorce settlement. There should be no settlement for her. Like, get out of here, man. If there are any pros and cons that I missed, please mention them. Too long didn't read. My wife cheated. I don't know if I should forgive her or not. Guys, make sure you leave your thoughts and your comments. If you're a man and you get into a situation like this, I hope that you have the strength to leave a situation like this. It's very important for your own sanity and for your own self-respect, okay? It's very sad to watch these sorts of things happen, and it's most of all, it's pretty sad for the children. Okay, when we look at dating in 2021, guys, I mean, marriage in itself is something that is just going absolutely downhill. But guys, we're going to cut today's video short there. Make sure you leave your comments and your thoughts. If you're interested in supporting the show, guys, make sure you check out the locals link in the description. The first month over there is totally free for me, for you, with code Fiendish on me, excuse me, guys. So make sure you check out that link in the description. And as always, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you boys in the next episode. Peace.